he said, okay, I'm inviting you to the Echo next Sunday. Give me your number. Well, it wasn't really that direct, but it was subtle.
Well,
anyway, so we went to the Echo. It's a club in Echo Park.
You gave him your number.
So somehow or other, I can't remember exactly, but he called me, and we went to the Echo. We went dancing, and he totally swept me off my feet. Twirls, dips, everything. And everybody, and we were the only ones on the dance floor. Everybody was looking at us, and we got all sorts of applause. And anyway, so the rest is history.
All right, Chuck,
now your version.
You.
My version.
Your version of what happened.
What really happened, Chuck?
My version of, it was so
Let me just recall earlier wasn't it also the call to war thing, and proceed slowly and carefully.
This is a trick
Slowly
question.
and carefully.
Yeah,
This is called bait.
she's right. Yeah.
How about...
It's all exactly like she said.
This is going to last a long time.
And I will say that we went to the Echo with these two lovelies about a month ago, and we had a fabulous time, and they are indeed swell dancers.
Yeah, Chuck's a good one. I haven't seen Mary dance yet, but that'll be nice.
In spite of my plantar fasciitis. Dave was telling, he helped me with that. He said, you gotta, to kick it, you gotta not run. It's a, it's like an inflammation in a heel. It's like really painful. Even one of the Angels, baseball players, is out for the season with it. It's a really.
I know, and he wouldn't dance with me. That was
Hard. But we can.
that was not right.
It's hard.
Wow.
Mary, that's the future.
So anyway.
We all stay together and you and I go dancing. That's
Right.
how
So anyway, we went to the Echo, and she's a good dancer. She just went along with the program, and just let me teach her and show her how to dance, and she followed very well, and she's very light on her feet, very light as a feather, they say, the dancers.
Let's stop there.
So, and everything else is just,
And that's actually a great joy and a great Sunday night. You should all come sometime. It's really fun.
yeah.
Sundays.
Oh, and then he's gonna like this. And then I went to her. We took a ride in her car, and she has a rosary hanging from the mirror. So I asked her, Peter, if she was Catholic, and she said she was Anglican Catholic. I said, well, to me that was good enough.
It's like African American, Anglican Catholic.
She's Anglo-Catholic. Oh, fine.
Catholic light.
Catholic. She doesn't like that.
All the ceremony, half the guilt.
So here's to Chuck and Mary for many long and happy days.
Yes.
From here on.
Hip hip hooray! Hip hip hooray!
Oh, thank you all for being here.
Peter.
Okay.
Sweetie.
Cheers.
Are we supposed to kiss now or ring the bell or something?
Oh, you
No,
can.
that's the next part.
Okay. Oh, we have cake.
Okie dokie. How about cake?
We have cake. Woo! We have Chuck and Mary congratulations cake.
Yay.
Yes. Sorry, gotta try and get past my
I'd like a piece and some cake too.
hair fun. See.
So I heard some wise words from
9 forks here.
a couple that was married for 50 years, and the guy was speaking about how they lasted for 50 years, and he said that when they got married, they decided that he would make all the big decisions and she would make all the small decisions. And he said, so far there's been no big decisions.
Actually, a friend of mine once told me something his grandmother told him, which I thought was very great. He said that marriage is a long conversation, so if you don't want to finish it, you shouldn't start it. And I thought that was pretty great.
Wow.
Really, when you think about it, what's more important, right, than the ability to, being in the restaurant business, sometimes you see these couples and they don't talk to each other. And I had a couple in the other day, he had been in by himself, and I'm going to say maybe they're in their 60s. And they sat down and they were just laughing and giggling and having the most beautiful conversation the whole time. And I thought, that's what you look for. That's what you aspire for, right? Is that happiness of a conversation. So, Here's to many, many excellent.
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
Yes, to the start of a lovely and long conversation.
Well, now I got a little, the Chicagoese sarcasm has to kick in. There's a little, I heard it was a 3-ring proposition. Do you guys hear this one? Okay. Well, first there's the engagement ring, then there's the wedding ring, and then there's the suffering.
You're adding a Buddhist element to it.
Having been from a good Irish father, I always said,
Yeah, that's like Buddhist.
Irish applies. I always said the Irish are much happier at a wake than a wedding because they know how it's going to work out.
And after the wake, so this fellow's at the pearly gates, and there's 2 lines at the pearly gates. One is all these guys lined up, and it says henpecked, and all these guys are in henpecked line. And the other line says unhenpecked, and it's only one guy there, and somebody yells over at him, "Hey, what are you doing in the unhenpecked line?" And he says, "My wife told me to get in this line."
Nice job, man. You got 20 minutes.
You know, Chuck, I don't think there's a happily married man alive that doesn't feel like he married up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in my particular case, I'm happily married, and I'm so grateful to have a woman that doesn't have my character defects. You know? And I think it's kind of a common thing. Women are just better than guys. I mean, look, it's just the reality of life. It doesn't mean anything.
Oh, come here, have a think of
They're better in a lot of, in many ways.
Yeah, they're stronger, they're smarter, they're more resilient, they're not babies, they're not wimps.
But what would we do without you to look after?
Yeah.
How do you ever get that jar of jam open?
That's right. How would we ever get that? And Christ, I
Or
hate
pickles.
Oh yeah.
And fixing stuff.
Oh my God.
it. You can't